there, Cancer. Welcome to your mid-June 2021 general reading. I know that I missed the opportunity to do the full June reading, but I needed to rest during eclipse season, and that's just what it was. So I took a little bit of a break. Hope that's okay with you. But I'm back, ready for more. So let's just see what comes up for you in this mid-month check-in, and yeah, we'll go from there. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Check out the links down below if you'd like to book a session with me. And be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and your midheaven, because that is something that I personally like to do because it helps inform me about my career. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards just to get us started. All right, so here we go. The first card we have here is Seasons. Second card is Gold. Third card is Sunland Spirit or Sunland Spirit. And I'm using the Guided by Spirit Oracle deck. So be sure to check that out. It's beautiful. So Seasons, I will start with this card. I feel like with this is like maybe since we're coming up on, you know, your season, your birthday's coming up. So I feel like this is you kind of putting the pieces together. And I don't know if any of you have played that game like Exquisite Corpse, whether it be like with poetry or with imagery, but it's something here about putting together different pieces and being able to see the larger picture. It could be everything that has come to fruition, everything that has occurred within this past year, you putting it all together and finding compassion for yourself and finding that like heart-centered message of what's really going on. Because no matter, you know, what season we're in, what is going on, there is always some purpose for it that allows us to shine our light even brighter, right, Cancer? So there's something here about certain things no longer being a mystery. So you could be receiving some really illuminating downloads during this time that allow you to truly realize what purpose you have yet to fulfill. But in a way that I feel like is extremely empowering. It allows you the chance to fully adapt your vision moving forward, to get more creative and playful as you step into this next year of your life, right? So this solar return is going to be a beautiful time for you to really get creative, to bring things to a new point of culmination, to really put all the different pieces together and make something beautiful. Whatever feels like it's incomplete or is broken is actually going to become whole during this time. And so you will become whole and reborn with it in some way. Then we have Gold, which is absolutely perfect because I kept really being drawn to like the oranges and golds, which to me symbolize like the sacral and the chakra and the solar plexus chakra. And so with this gold, I love all of these hands here. And so whenever I see hands, I usually think about the things that we embrace and that we hold, right? The amount of energy that we contain in our hands is largely rooted in the heart. And I was mentioning the heart a bit earlier. So there could be a new like kind of leveling up or opening up of the heart space that is taking place that allows you much more room and space to express, to be yourself, to bring your magic to whatever it is you find purpose or a calling in. And this gold is telling me is like, allow yourself to shine. But with a word of caution though, is that not everything that glitters is gold. So be aware of anyone who comes at you with a little bit too much flattery because maybe they're seeing you shine and want a piece of that. And it's like, yes, we're humans and we love a little bit of validation. We love to feel affirmed in what it is that we're doing and we're offering and who it is that we're being. But sometimes people use that knowledge of the human experience and human needs in order for us to divert our resources and toward them. So please be mindful of where you are investing your energy and whose purpose you are fulfilling. Make sure that you're always in alignment and in integrity with whatever it is that is on your path. So if someone tries to come in and use a little bit of cunning in order to flatter you into doing something, for and serving someone or something other than what you already have your focus or your sights set on, be mindful of that. Because I see like with this hand up here, it's a little bit split. There's like an extra finger, like another something else perhaps that you could be taking on or grasping, another talent or gift that you could be acquiring during this time. But they're all these hands here. And some of what, sometimes we create things in order to share them, but also at the same time, these other hands may want to grasp for what you have, right? When you're not yet willing or ready to share it, or you're not quite sure if it's going to assist them or help bring value to your life simultaneously, because there's a bit of reciprocity that needs to happen, right? I'm also getting something about wallpaper for some reason. If someone's putting up or tearing down some wallpaper, I feel like it's interesting I feel like it's necessary for you to recognize past patterns with people. So if there's someone who's seeking to collaborate with you or to do something, like also recognize some of the things that have also previously occurred. Maybe they don't have such a good track record and you're hoping things are going to be different if you do decide to invest or work with them in some way, right? But it's like, the clues are already there. Work with the information that you have, and that includes feeling before you make any type of decision, okay? And we're still in Mercury retrograde, so that's also a very important thing to note here. Now, with the Spirit card, this can have stuff to do with the subconscious, is what I'm feeling. One of the first things. There are a lot of things kind of emerging. To me, it's almost like the reverse moon card. It's like all of those fears, all of these cycles, all of these patterns are just coming to light and allowing you to extend the right type of communication, right? Allowing you to pull certain aspects of your shadow self and become more resourceful about using the parts of you that you've suppressed or repressed in order for you to gain a higher perspective, higher sense of awareness, to use a higher state of consciousness in order for you to raise your feeling state, to do things that are a higher frequency or vibration, more in alignment, helping you toward the embodiment of your fully authentic self, right? Fully creative self. And so that's something that's beautiful that I wanted to note there. I also am really drawn to this little like ink blob that's behind the neck here. Now, I don't know if some of you are aware, but there is a chakra that is back there. And I've had experiences where people have literally tried to tune in to that part of my body. And so people forget to protect that space. It's actually very sensitive. So for instance, if you walk out of a room, someone casts you a dirty look, right? It's like we need to watch our own back. I feel like it's telling us here, it's like, watch your own back here, or be around those who have your back during this time, Cancer, in order for you to be able to suss out what is worth pursuing and what isn't, those spaces you can trust versus those ones that need a little bit more of a discerning eye, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have roots. So you may have some trouble walking away from a specific situation because of the history you have. But at the end of the day, that history, again, has some type of information that allows you to not make mistakes during this very auspicious time for you, Cancer. And it could be that perhaps your confidence is tied up in some of the people around you. Again, that thing of flattery is coming up, and I feel like maybe there was something that happened during the fall or is going to during the fall or winter, or you're going to come to know something this fall or winter. It's somehow associated with that, those two seasons right there, and it may have something to do about some type of deception that is rooted in maybe you had a certain type of confidant, right? And maybe some information leaked out that wasn't supposed to. Or maybe it's someone you feel like you have full confidence in and you're ignoring some of the finer details of what's going on and what's being said. So be sure to read between the lines here and make sure that you're standing your ground when necessary, okay? Even if you feel you yourself are like a little crazy for changing up the script a bit or doing something different. People may think that you act out of character if you decide to move in a different way. And I don't think that that's the case, as long as you're trusting yourself and you're taking, again, all of that information into account. The card on the other end of the deck, though, we have here is hunger. And so for me, that is like your courageousness, your ferocity coming out. You really being able, it's like you earning your stripes by protecting yourself and fending off those who seek to siphon from you or to take from you. Everyone wants to feel nourished. Everyone wants to be fed and fulfilled. But when it comes to it being at the cost of our own security, our own sanity, our own confidence, all the things that we are deserving of, that's when the fangs need to come out, Cancer. So I feel like that is one thing that you're going to be stepping into, is just a maturation of your own power here. So let me pull a couple of tarot cards and we can wrap this up just to see if we can get any more detail about what's going on here. Okay, so we have the Hermit card here in reverse, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. So we're meeting the end of something here, a way of moving, of creating, right? Where we're realizing the boundaries that we have to make and perhaps where we're doing too much. This Hermit card is saying to me, it's like the challenge is over. It's just time to wrap certain things up, okay? You've reached the completion of a cycle and things are about to turn over a new leaf, but there are things you have to do and to learn first to make sure the lesson has been received before you can receive whatever is right around the corner for you, Cancer. And it's like you're almost there. It's just time to heal a few wounds, to set some new boundaries, to draw new lines in the sand. Because the thing about lines in the sand is that they can easily be cleared away and new ones can be made. So it's just making sure you're finding new ways, you're finding the right ways for people to, you're figuring out the ways for people to love and appreciate you that don't run a cost on you, right? Or your natural resources. The bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. And what I'm getting with this is that there may be someone who's starting some type of new beginning around you and maybe, or is resistant towards some type of new beginning or is wanting something. But whatever it is, I feel like it's someone who may be kind of asking you for advice, or maybe, for some of you, it's someone who may be kind of complaining about something or worrying about something. And I feel like you're doing your best to kind of hold it down and offer your support, but at the same time, in attempting to be relatable and relate to them, it's costing you some of your energy here. And so be very mindful of that if that's the case. And also that could be you. Maybe you're seeking support, but you're mulling in a lot of things that aren't necessarily helping you. Energies that leave you stagnant, leave you depleted, leave you disempowered, right? On the other side of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. So it's finding harmony within oneself, allowing yourself to invite some type of sense of play, some type of rebirth about the conditions and challenges that you've met so far. I feel like you've adhered to some type of standard narrative or condition that has a chance to be flipped on its head completely, Cancer. And so that's something to really find joy and celebration and relief in. I also feel like there's something about, for some reason I'm thinking about an oyster. Now, I know an oyster is like an aphrodisiac. I think sometimes you can find pearls in them. I particularly don't like oysters. I don't necessarily like the texture, but I love the taste of the sea. And so it could be maybe you're having an experience like that. Maybe you're eating oysters. Maybe you're in a situation that's not so great, but they're a little, if you just get through it, there's like a little thing that within it that speaks to your soul, right? It's like maybe on the surface, not everything really aligns with you, but there's something special there. It's the essence of what's there that really captures your attention. So be mindful of that, Cancer. I feel like it's just a lot of internal work that's going on, but you have to be self-aware. You must be open and compassionate with yourself, as well as be confident that everything is coming together everything, you know, the universe is conspiring in your favor. It's just a matter of how do you interpret the information and the opportunities and the circumstances that are being offered to you at this time. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Check the description box down below if you'd like to book a reading with me or even donate, share a little bit of love for my contribution. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.